Hi there, welcome to Healthy Helpings TV. My name is Michelle and this is the show where we make fast food healthy and healthy food fast. This morning we're going to be looking into doing some more breakfasts. Now we did some breakfasts a while back and they were kind of the big cooked breakfast kind of thing. Now I love cooked breakfast, but sometimes I want something a bit lighter. I try and eat a bit of fibre and a fair few more carbs than the rest of my day at breakfast time because I got a big bike ride before I get to the gym and start my day. So fueling up on a bit of fibre and a bit of carbs is the way to go for me. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be making some homemade muesli or granola. Now, breakfast cereal makes so many claims to be kind of a healthy thing to have for breakfast, but you really just don't know what's in there, what kind of colourings and how much, you know, all the different fats and sugars and stuff goes in. So it's a great idea to make your own, and this way you can customise it to however you want. Now, I like to mix up the grains that I use. I use 2 cups of rolled oats for every 1 cup of triticale. Triticale is a lot more nutrient dense and nice and chewy and nutty as well. I don't use it all the way through because I do like the combination of the textures. Now, don't use quick oats. You really want to be using these rolled oats. One cup of those into that bowl. Okay, and this is where you can start to get creative from here. To that I'm going to add in some buckwheat. I love buckwheat, it's nice and crunchy. So I'm going to throw in a little bit of that. I've got my big box of goodies here and I love digging through this and discovering all the little snacks I've got. Now I've got some dried cranberries, I'm going to add those in later. What else have we got? Beautiful, some pumpkin seeds. I love these and they're a good source of kind of good fats for you. So throw some of those in if you like. A little sprinkle of shredded coconut. It's a little fatty though, so I'm not going to put too much of that in. And I was looking for some regular sesame seeds in my cupboard, didn't find those, but what I did find were these beautiful black sesame seeds, which you'll find in Asian grocers. Again, just a handful of those, just to add a bit of a different flavour. The flavours of the black sesame seeds will give it that beautiful oriental flavour, which I'm going to pair up with a little shake of ginger. Just going to grab a chopping board and roughly chop some macadamia nuts. I love macadamia nuts. Oh, make sure that you get the unroasted, unsalted macadamias or whatever nuts you choose to use because you don't want to double toast them or they'll burn. Now, you don't have to use either cranberries or macadamias. It's the beauty of doing this muesli is that you can put in whatever you want. Yum. So, about 3 ounces or 100 grams of those nuts into there. I'm just going to add some linseed as well. There's a bit of debate about whether this stuff's really got as good essential fatty acids as everyone says, but I love the taste anyway, so we'll put it in, and it's still good fats for you anyway. And I've got a lemon, which I'm just going to zest a little bit of the zest off. So there you go, then just get your hands in there and just mix that round until that's all combined. Now we do need to add just a little bit of oil to this just to make it all go toasty, so I'm just going to put in just over a tablespoon's worth in there. Now in a mixing bowl we're just going to pour 1/2 of a cup of apple juice. Now I'm just going to use this as my main sweetener, but I just want to put a little bit of honey just to make it that little bit sticky, which I love about granola. Mix that around and then just pop that in the microwave for a couple of minutes. It'll reduce down and just become a little bit stickier, and that'll make a beautiful kind of way to bind the whole mixture together. If you don't have a microwave, you can of course do this on the stove. Now if you don't want to use honey, but you still want that sticky texture, you could always use a low carb or low sugar artificial maple syrup or one of those artificial syrups as well to make this kind of increase the stickiness. It's up to you. Now I could eat that just like that, even without toasting it, and often I do. I get to this stage and just put some aside in a jar now. And if I want something toasted, then I've got the toasted version. I've also got this, which is beautiful, just with a bit of orange juice or apple juice poured over the top, and just a dollop of yogurt too. Okay, so that's reduced down, and we'll just pour the liquid in there. Then again, just get in with your hands and just mix that all around. Grab yourself a baking sheet and just spread out some baking paper on top just to stop it from sticking. Place your mixture just on top in a single layer. You may need to use 2 trays depending on how big your trays are. Beautiful. So we're going to pop that into the oven at 180 Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about half an hour. Just make sure that you stir it every 10 minutes or so. Your nose will tell you when it's time to come out. Okay, so now that's out the oven. Just let it cool for a few minutes. Beautiful, so that's all toasted, and we're just going to add the extra level of sweetness from those beautiful cranberries. You'll find all the quantities at the end of this episode. So once that's completely cooled, grab yourself a nice airtight jar and pop that in. That's about 2 weeks worth. You've got about 14 serves here. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. Don't forget you can find all the recipes and past episodes on healthyhelpingstv.com. My name's Michelle and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining me. See ya! You'll need the following ingredients: 2 cups of rolled oats, 1 cup of triticale, 2 teaspoons pumpkin seeds, 2 teaspoons buckwheat kernels, 2 teaspoons grated coconut, 1 teaspoon linseed, half a teaspoon black sesame seeds, 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger, 3.5 ounces macadamia, 1 1/4 tablespoons oil, half a cup of apple juice, 1 teaspoon of honey, and 2 tablespoons of dried cranberries.